Warm wishes. This content is for Standard 10 from Unit 2, O. The name of the poetry is The Grumble Family, written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. L.M. Montgomery, 1874 to 1942, was a Canadian author best known for a series of novels beginning in 1908 with Anne of Green Gables. Montgomery went on to publish 20 novels as well as 530 short stories, 500 poems, and 30 essays. Being a prolific writer, she had published over 100 short stories between 1897 and 1907. Montgomery's work, diaries, and letters have been read and studied by scholars and readers worldwide. The poetry, The Grumble Family, tells us about the pessimistic family. For humans, now at present, complaining has become a hobby. The poet, with hope, says that only an optimist always leads a happy life, not a pessimist. Let me give you a line-by-line explanation of this poetry, The Grumble Family, written by L.M. Montgomery. There is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street, in the city of never or satisfied, the river of discontent beside. In the first stanza, the poetess addresses the complaining family. The people of that particular family would be complaining always. They live in the complaining street, and the name of the city is Never or Satisfied, and this particular city is located beside the river of discontent. And the meaning for the word discontent is dissatisfaction with one's circumstances. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss, and whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of grumble. Here it is said that the people of the complaining street growl at this, that, and everything around. Whatever comes, something will be missing in it. Whether the station is high or humble, they will growl and grumble on the situation. They will never be satisfied on anything. Third stanza. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter alike they scold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on that gloomy complaining street. The meaning here is they complain on everything. They complain summer to be too hot and winter to be too cold. Whomever they meet on the complaining street, they keep complaining. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt they would growl that there would nothing to grumble about. They were so systematic that the complaining process is never ending for those who live in the complaining street. They even growl at the rain and growl at the sunshine. To its extent, if everything is perfect around, they will growl, for they don't have anything to complain about. Stanza 5. But the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. The poetess exclaims that the curious thing is these people who will keep on grumbling about the things will never address themselves to the people of that sort, which means they will never accept that they belong to the complaining family. Stanza 6. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will never learn their ways, and before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of grumble. Explanation. The worst thing is, If anybody stays with this complaining family for too long, he will also cultivate this habit in himself, and before he could realize or move from them, he will adopt it. And so it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street, and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. In the stanza 7, it is said that the wisest thing is to keep us away from the complaining street. If we do so, we will also be suspected to be grumblers. Stanza 8. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song, no matter if things do something go wrong, and then be our station high or humble, we will never belong to the family of grumble. In the final stanza, the poetess instructs us to walk with a smile and a song, though the things go wrong. Though the station is high or humble, if you don't complain for things, you will never belong to the family of grumble. Thus, through these lines, the poetess, with hope, says the pessimist can't lead a happy life, but an optimist always leads a happy life.